Hello study buddies, I'm finally back once again and I have this study buddy to thank for that. I'd been struggling a little bit and this comment helped kick things back in motion in the inspiration department, so thank you so much. In this video, I'll be sharing some tips on how to improve the pace of your Thai reading as per the video request and ways to improve comprehension skills as well. When I'm reading for comprehension, I'm much slower than say I'm reading for the sake of it. At the same time, depending on the level of the material and or the topic, both my comprehension and reading speeds will either pick up drastically or slow down immensely. So first, we need to make sure you've got the basics down, aka the Thai alphabet. You need to know all the rules of reading Thai, or at least enough to keep you going. The consonant classes, consonant clusters, silent consonants, live or dead syllables, unwritten vowels, silent vowels, etc. I used to think the tone rules were a big problem, and they really were. But as I advanced, I realized the enemy is Thai consonants, and trickster Rorua is one annoying consonant. Like, why are you in this word? Samak? When you are not even pronounced, there is a silent unwritten as sound between Sosua and Moma. Not always the case though. In the word Somtua or the word Somtam, the unwritten odd sound changes things. It is there, well, implied, but you can't see it. It is not written, you don't see it, but somehow you need to know it's either the ah sound or the o sound. So, Samak and Somtam. I recall reading this word as Sanpab instead of Sarapab, or literally saying this months ago to my tutor, Tisatang, when the right way to say it was Titang. Yeah, crazy. I will assume that May Gavin here is already familiar with all this knowledge, and so I will move on now to how to speed read Thai or how to read Thai fast. But just in case you need more detail or help with this, I made a video quite a while ago with details on how to get this down. So if you're interested or you just need a refresher or a guide, just click this video right here. Your level of understanding or how much vocabulary you know affects both your speed and comprehension of what you read. So I have a wide variety of vocabulary when it comes to self-development or lifestyle compared to say culture or politics. And so my reading speed and comprehension will be relatively faster where I'm more familiar with the content, which is for example lifestyle. But in politics or culture, I would be very slow and I would have to literally pause every here and there to figure out how to say certain words, how to pronounce them, or even if I'm pronouncing them right, if I need to look them up or not. So if your focus is to just read fast, I would say first practice with content you are more familiar with, or learn the needed vocabulary first before you tackle the material. Knowing a wide range of vocabulary helps with comprehension mostly, but for reading fast, I would say knowing how to actually read the words would help a ton. And start small. Nothing too challenging because you get overwhelmed and that does not serve anyone. Don't prioritize understanding what you're reading. Just focus on getting the words out. Of course, you are going to be reading out loud too. That's important because you know, tones. So, prioritize fluidity over understanding. Reading fluidly means to read like you speak, reading like you're doing your native language, or like in my case, English, my strongest language. Since Thai is a tonal language, it is important that you prioritize that too. If sounding tones are a weaker skill for you, I would say practice that as well. I will also say you can read silently, and I do that when I'm reading a comic book or webtoon. But if it is everything for the purpose of practice, I read aloud. And also, pick something suitable for your level. A little bit advanced works, but you need to be comfortable within your level first before shooting for the sky. I am not a big fan of romanization, and I do not hesitate to share that opinion, but I know when it is useful for me and I use it when I need it. I don't rely on it at all, but with Thai, you need that help. I would suggest you look up the phonetic transcription instead of the romanized transcription if you can already read the Thai alphabet. Now, how does this help? Take this word. If this is the first time encountering the word, how do you think it is read? Okay, maybe that was easy. How about this word? Or this one? Phonetically, pratana is written like this, and this is the transliteration. Note the rising tone of the na, and then setagi is read like this, setagi, and golayu. Advanced words like these are bound to have you pausing for a second to make sure you are reading it right. If you're already familiar with it, then you flow right past it. But if you are not, words like them, aka foreign words, will slow you down a bit. This is something I always do, even with the webtoons I love, but we will focus on articles here. I never just read anything once in a sitting. No, I read and then reread and then read it again. Not just for the sake of understanding, but for fluidity. When you pick a material to practice with and you find that you are struggling a little bit or you keep coming across foreign words that are hard to pronounce, spend some extra time on them before moving on. Don't just zoom past it. And once you make it to the end of the text, one time is not enough. Read the material again. Don't bother taking notes or anything, since that is not the purpose with you wanting to improve your reading speed. When I read, I like to write literally every new word I find. It is not always helpful, but it's a habit and I don't want to get rid of it. So anyways, what I like to do is I record myself reading the material the first time and then a second time and then compare the difference between how long it took me both times and then the next. I will do this a few more times till I can read the material effortlessly. I have shared this tip before and it is seriously very effective in helping you improve your reading skills and speed rapidly. I use YouTube music and I will just open the lyrics and just sing along to anything I'm listening to. Reading along to subtitles is very effective in increasing your reading speed, and this actually is how I learned to speak and read English fluidly. I won't say much here, but you can watch this video for more practical detail. Save the texts you read and come back to them every now and then. This is useful for improving your comprehension or just seeing if your comprehension has improved since the last. You can still practice your reading speed with it. You can record once again and compare the time to the last. It always gives me quite the dopamine hit whenever I beat my previous time scores. It is also another way to make learning more fun, so enjoy the process. Finally, I will just add this. Thai is literally one of the hardest languages to learn. And yeah, I had this a lot when I was starting and it didn't stop me or deter me, so please don't be fazed. I am only saying this to say that it takes time. Recently, I saw a comment asking for a name of a webtoon I was reading several months ago, and so I went and decided to read it again, and I was surprised by how easier it had gotten for me. And this was after 2 months of not actively learning Thai at all. You all know I've been inactive for like over 2 months now. Yes, I wasn't studying any Thai. Life was just crazy, but we'll probably talk about it another time. But anyway, as you practice, right, and you learn and immerse yourself, it will get easier and you will learn skills faster. Don't beat yourself up if you are not reading as fluidly as you do in your native or your strongest tongue. Just keep practicing and expanding your vocabulary and you will improve. Here we are at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. The past few months have been really overwhelming for me. Work and especially uni was ever life-sucking, and I had a lot of things to juggle mentally that I needed to take a break from everything else. It just sucks that all the time language learning like takes the backseat, but it's not just language learning. It's just one of the things that take the backseat. There are a ton of things I need to figure out, but for now, I'm so happy to be back. I will be putting out more Spanish content too because I finally found my groove with that, and literally for the first time since I began, I have felt a chispa that hasn't died and I am strangely so focused on Spanish after over a year of trying to figure things out, and I will go into more detail in another video, but I will end the rant right here. I appreciate your wonderful souls and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, study buddies, with love. Sawadee ka.